Tears ticker from the corner of Halleck's gray eyes. He made the choice, you say, in a tear-choked voice. You must not dwell on his death. Almost would not want you to grieve so. Halleck turns his head, closes his eyes, and is silent. Tears continue to trickle down his pale cheeks. You reach for the horn of herbal medicine, simmering at the edge of the fire. Turning back to Halleck, you see he has lapsed into unconsciousness. All day the elf wanders in and out of consciousness, delirious and feverish. You bathe him with icy stream water. The fever does not break. You keep trying to get Halleck to drink some of the healing herbal brew, but his restlessness only allows a little of the liquid to drip down his throat. The wound, the fever, and his grief over his brother's death are more than he can bear. At nightfall, Halleck awakens, his gray eyes large and clear. His fever has faded. Reach for the medicine. No, says Halleck in a faint voice. There is no need. Pain has left me, and I shall soon be with my brother. I can ask for no more. Fumbles for your hand. Take it and feel his pulse fluttering like a trapped bird. Please tell the elders we tried to. There were just too many of them for us. Too many of what, you ask? Orcs, goblins, ogres, and even a forest giant, whispers Halleck. I've always known there was something evil about Sanafria. Evil? What evil? Please tell me what to expect. In a dying voice, Halleck gasps. Ice caves, mines, monsters, prisoners, death. His pulse flickers for a brief moment, then still. He stares at you with empty eyes, a small smile on his lips. With a deep sigh of sadness, you prepare to bury Halleck. Throughout the long night, you gather rocks. Slowly, you build a rock tomb. At daybreak, you lay the last rock. With bruised and aching hands, Halleck is now at peace, and you must go on. You have difficulty forcing the mule around the frozen body of the ogre. With a bray of protest, it finally leaps forward. Prancing wildly, it dashes up the trail ahead of you. You run to catch it. The mule has already rounded the boulder ahead of you. Suddenly, it gives a terrified bray. Stupid mule. Trust it to make a noise like that when we need to be quiet? You mutter to yourself. You round the boulder, and all your thoughts of silence leave your mind. You want to cry out in terror yourself. Directly ahead of you, the trail doubles back on itself, like a giant sea. You stand on one side of the trail next to the braying mule. On the left is the mountain wall. On your right is empty air. 40 feet across the chasm is on the other side of the trail. Carved into the mountain wall is a cave with an opening framed in ice and snow. In the opening of the cave is an enormous frost giant, young white dragon. Look, Fang! Booms the frost giant, his icy blue skin glinting in the sunlight. We've got company. Come on. Where are your manners? Greet our guest. Fang, the white dragon, draws its scaly lips back over long, sharp teeth and almost seems to smile. Then it opens its mouth and belches a cone of white frost that rolls across the chasm. The frost falls far short of you. I've told you once, I've told you 100 times. You have to practice. You missed an easy shot. Try again. The giant seems to think that you and the mule are nothing but toys for Fang's target practice. That makes you angry. While the giant continues to lecture the dragon, grab your bow and 3 of your remaining arrows and take aim. Zap, zap, zap! The arrows fly across the chasm, bounce off the giant's armor. Even though your shots were well placed, they have no effect. Surprisingly, the giant laughs again. You cannot hurt us. You and Fang would make a good team. Tweedledum and Tweedledummer. The dragon rumbles a roar. Don't like arrows, Fang? Well, blast them again. You're 50 years old. You should be doing better. At this rate, you're going you'll be 100 before you mount to a hill of snowballs. And take careful aim and blast, cautions the giant. You grab another arrow. Drawing the bow, you aim and let the arrow fly at the dragon. Ark! Screeches Fang as the arrow strikes its rump. It rolls over on its back, digging the arrow deeper into its flesh and making the pain worse. Yip, yip, yip! It reels again. Don't just lay there screaming, says the giant. Do something. Are you going to let an elf do that to you? As if in answer, Fang blasts forth a great frost cone with a huge roar of anger and pain. Fortunately, the frost cone strikes the snow and ice hanging above the cave. The roar echoes and bounces off the narrow walled trail where you and the mule stand. As the echoes of the roar fade, you hear another noise. Softly at first, merely a murmur. It grows louder and louder. Soon it sounds like 1,000 dragons roaring. But you and the giant look upward to see an incredible sight. It looks like the entire mountain is falling. An avalanche. Powdered snow falls and huge chunks of ice are tumbling straight down on the other side of the mountain towards you.